Hey, I'm Zach. This is my final project presentation. I chose the 3 Easy project model. I did projects up, and away, full steam ahead, and project runway. For my A/B testing, I chose to answer the question, how does the mutation rate affect evolution? And mutation rate is what I call the number of connections we're randomly mutating with every generation. I tested the mutation rates 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then all 32 connections in a robot's brain, which means that if we're mutating all 32 connections, the child is inheriting nothing from the parent. Looking at my deliverables, for up, and away, the robot learns to jump here at the very end. Maximizing its distance for project runway, the robot learns to not fall off the runway and just move forward. And for full steam ahead, I did two worlds, one with a grid and then one with this maze L-shaped. And both, the robot learns to just avoid the blocks to move forward optimally. Looking at my A/B testing, if we look at all the rates tested, it initially looks like the more connections we're randomly mutating, the better that the fitness values are, but that's not accounting for standard deviation. And when we account for standard deviation, I just chose these two because it would have been 18 lines if I put it all, 6 of them. But we can see that the results aren't actually significantly different from one another, and that we can't say definitively whether one of these rates is better than the other, which means that they're all effectively the same. And so this brings into question, if mutating one connection is no different than mutating every single connection in the robot's brain, then is evolution even occurring in these experiments? And that's to say that if randomly mutating every single connection is the same as just mutating one connection, then I would argue that evolution doesn't actually play a factor here, and that's just a random process. And that's not to say that the parallel hill climber algorithm wouldn't do its job. It's just that these robots' brains are so small that modifying one value changes the output too much for any weights inherited from a parent to matter. And so it really just comes down to blind luck whether a robot is performing well or not.